Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the NCAA 13 Dynasty with the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, and we did get our first recruit to commit this season. It's taken quite a while to get our first to commit, but it's three-star cornerback Luke Sullivan out of Palm Coast, Florida, a hard-hitting defensive back who we'll be looking forward to in the future as he's signed away his football career in college to Western Kentucky, and now we are playing in the rain at UL Monroe. We want some revenge after they beat us 23-21 in our own stadium last year, and yeah, that was pretty nasty, so we're looking for some revenge potentially here in Keyshawn Simpson right off the bat here, getting about a 4-yard gain. Not too shabby to start off, and John Cruz probably could have scrambled through that gigantic hole. I didn't see it there, unfortunately. And so now they're going to get a big run here, but there's a flag on the play, so be wary on these running plays. You usually know what it is. And it's holding, so it's coming back. It is coming back. They'll get 1st and 8 because of the location of the holding call and where it'll be brought back to. So now our defense wants to make something of this, and you're going to see a lot of those in this game. I don't know actually if there's going to be a whole lot that I kept in, but Andrew Jackson, the presidential, as we'll call it. Anytime he gets a sack, the presidential. It was suggested to me by a viewer. What was your name? I'm sorry if I forgot. But anyway, you're going to see a lot of drop balls in this game. The rain seems to really be impacting a lot of our players' ability to catch the ball, which makes sense, and John Cruz overthrowing Bo Brand on that one, leading him a little bit too much as he had separation, but Joel German, turning out to be quite the star receiver for us, makes the catch, and now tight end Jim Murphy getting in on the action, another first down, and now we're inside the 10-yard line. Keyshawn Simpson could just walk through that hole. He had just a giant gaping hole to run through, and that is a 7-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. But now Colton Browning gave us some issues last year. He takes off, gets a nice big chunk of yardage to give them some good field position around midfield. 3rd and 6 now. Browning wants to get his troops going, and he's going to take off this time. The game's going to stutter all over the place for no reason, and Arius Wright is going to have to run him down at the 30-yard line. Browning just eating up all these yards all by himself. He's going to find Steed underneath. A nice little gain there for the first down. The Warhawks are on the path to success as they're just going right down, looking to take I don't know what I'm going to say here. Take it to the house. But 2nd and goal now. Here they come, and Browning on the option pitch. It's Tyree Robinson, number 22, is going to take it, intercepting the pitch, but there is a flag on the play. Robinson going to outrun his man for the touchdown, but unfortunately, freshman Nicholas Brown, the defensive end, was offside on the play, so that erases that gigantic return, erases the touchdown, and now gives the Warhawks a chance to put it in the end zone themselves. And Browning on the option on 3rd and goal. It looks like he got in, but he was just short. The ball did not cross the plane. They decided to go for it on 4th and goal. And star linebacker Andrew Jackson, the senior, comes up and makes a big play on 4th down. Our goal line defense makes a huge stand there, and now we're deep in our own territory. Got to get out of this. And tight end Jim Murphy again being a big part of this offense, as he wasn't really much of a factor earlier in the season. And we're going to find Rico Brown. John Cruz on the scramble there, making a nice little throw. And now we're really making our march down the field right back at them. You know, they are going to pay for going forward on 4th down, and our defense kind of made that statement there. And Cruz takes off, makes a little play with his legs, and we're going to put James Morrow in just to give our starter a little breather there. But Cruz comes back on 2nd and 1, play action, and finds Henry, another tight end, getting in on the action here. Just everybody getting a piece of it, and now John Cruz on the option, classic option, right there, 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers. And who is it? Willie McNeil He's very low on the depth chart when it comes to receivers, but I threw him in on this play, and there he is for the touchdown. And McNeil, not a name you're going to hear too much because we have a lot of really good receivers on this team, but there we go. Sack, and it's 3rd and 13. Beautiful diving catch, but it's not enough for the first down. And so now late in the second quarter, Keyshawn Simpson breaks off a tackle on a huge gain, but that would be for nothing. We would fail to get anything going, so 14-0 at halftime. Kind of a weird game. I think the rain is having something to do with it, but Nicholas Brown, the freshman, having a fantastic season. 4.5 sacks so far this year. He's having quite a year for a freshman, filling in for sackmaster Quintera Smith, who graduated last season. And now Cruz takes off. He is running a lot more in this game. We're trying to use his legs a little bit more, as he can be quite the threat on the run as well as passing. And another option here, and it's going to be Cruz. Biggest gain on the ground. He's going to get 29 yards all the way down to the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone, but on 2nd and goal, it's going to be John Evans. And we continue to pound it at them. 21-0 we lead in the third quarter. It's been a good game for us, and we're having a great time here. And we're going to get a forced fumble on the hit, and they're going to see the pressure on Colton Browning. He's been relentlessly attacked by our defense. And Keontae Young just destroys their halfback here on 3rd down, forcing them to punt it away. But we jump ahead to later in the third quarter after a couple failed drives by both teams. John Cruz fights off the sack, extending the play, and he throws it to Joel German for a first down. We're going to look at the replay. Look at this. John Cruz, just not the prettiest throw in the world there, but he does it anyway. A little wobbly. German there to make the play. First down. And that is a star play by John Cruz and Joel German, a team effort there. So now we're attacking at them, and we're playing our backups and even our 3rd-string halfback, Oliver Head, since Evans and Simpson kind of share the workload for starting halfback. And there, Oliver Head, number 27, getting in on the action as he scores a touchdown. We're up 28-0 in the fourth quarter, and UL Monroe just wants to get on the board here. They're driving down the field, and they're going to run a little option play. Browning is going to get hit once, hit twice, and he's going to make a poor pitch. The running back is going to miss, and who is there? But it's Eric Robinson-Berry, the sophomore out of Indianapolis, Indiana, scoops up the fumble, and we will be able to preserve the shutout, 28-0 in Monroe. And pretty fantastic game for our team, especially defensively. We had some key plays, and there it is, Keyshawn Simpson, player of the game. It was pretty, a pretty solid game for everybody. Only 99 yards through the air for Cruz, but we don't really have, we're not a team that throws long. We like the short passing game, so why shy away from it with our freshman quarterback? But here you can see Cruz had 5 rushes for 50 yards. We spread the rushing out with a bunch of different backs, even Marquise Sumler, who is 4th on the depth chart at halfback. So spreading the ball around, getting some low depth chart guys some playing time there. German, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Continues his awesome ways there. And it's been quite a start to our season. And then we open conference play with a win, so we're hoping to take that momentum as we will finally get our first home game in a long time. This was our 3rd road game in a row, so we're finally coming back home to take on the Troy Trojans. We'll get into that in the next video, obviously, but there you can see Jesse Roy, not asking too much of him, just kicking the extra points. And here, Monroe's stats, only 90 yards through the air for Browning. He kind of had a lackluster game, sacked 4 times, and they didn't have much of a running game, really. A couple fairly large gains, but nothing too fancy, and our defense, of course, did not give up a single point, which is pretty fantastic, as I said before. I think was this our first shutout? It might have been our first shutout. in this series. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have really the availability right now to look up all the scores of the games that I've played previously, but I think it's our first shutout. We've had a couple field goal games, but games where we only gave up field goals. But anyway, team stats, we only held them to 186 yards of total offense, and I think that says it all pretty much there. We had 216 rushing yards. That is exactly what I'm talking about, getting all those rushing yards all the time. And here we're going to look at the Heisman watch with Ken Malcolm out of Georgia leading the pack right now, and followed by Ohio State quarterback Braxton Miller, Oregon quarterback Brian Bennett, and he had a pretty good game against Utah even though they lost. Jalston Fowler, we faced him in Alabama last year. He's now in the Heisman talk. And Danny O'Brien, former Maryland quarterback, transferred to Wisconsin now, still being talked about. And here are your NCAA players of the week. And we'll also check out Sunbelt, and look at this. Junior linebacker Taron Williams. He gets the honors, 2 tackles, 2 for a loss, sack and a forced fumble, as well as 2 assisted tackles. I'm Jammer1031, and I will see you all next time.